I'm Lenny, and in this video we're going to talk about Season 1, Episode 12 of the Twilight Zone, titled What You Need. The original air date for this episode was December 25th, Christmas Day, 1959. The opening scene for this episode takes place in a bar, and sitting at the bar by himself, looking very grumpy and having a massive amount of chest hair just erupt out of his shirt, is a man. We learned from Rod Serling's narration that this is a sour, lonely, desperate, compulsive, and anxious man. This unfriendly fellow's name is Fred Reynard. Soon we are introduced to a kindly old peddler whose name is Pedot, and he enters this bar every single night. Pedot approaches a young woman who is sitting by herself, and he asks, is there anything that she needs? She could buy a book of matches. And Pedot looks at her and he says, no, that is not what you need. I have what you need right here. And he pulls out of his little tray of knickknacks a bottle. And within this bottle is cleaning solution. And he tells this young woman, this is what you need right here. This cleaning solution will get out any stain out of any type of fabric. As Pedot is making his way around the bar, he finally approaches the bar itself. And sitting up there is a handsome young gentleman that we find out used to be a pitcher for a baseball team. But he threw his arm out. And he's stuck in the past because he really wants to get back to the game that he loves, but physically he can't do it. So he's drowning his sorrows in alcohol nightly. This handsome young man tells Pedot that he does not have what he personally wants inside that case. Pedot reaches into his little traveling case and he pulls out a ticket. And it's a bus ticket for Scranton, Pennsylvania. Now the young man is thinking, why would I go to Scranton, Pennsylvania? I don't even know anyone in Pennsylvania. Shortly after that, the phone rings with inside the bar. And it's a phone call for the young man. He takes the phone call inside the phone booth, and he comes out looking astonished. He's like, wow, has been offered a coaching job for a minor league team. Where? Scranton, Pennsylvania. He notices that he has a stain on his sports jacket, his sports coat, and this is what he would have to use to go up to Scranton, Pennsylvania for the interview. The young woman that we were introduced to in the beginning of the episode overhears the conversation, and she steps up to the young man with her bottle of cleaning solution. The beautiful young woman helps the handsome young man clean his sports coat, and it looks like they have made a love connection. As Pedot is looking at his work, he gets a glance of worry on his face, because staring at him over his back shoulder is Fred Reynard, a man that we already know to be sour, selfish, and very unfriendly. Pedot goes to set up a stand outside. It's evening, it's dark. Fred follows him outside and approaches him in a very threatening manner. And he keeps asking Pedot, what about me, old man? What about me? Pedot produces a pair of sharp scissors. Fred thinks that Pedot is going to try to stab him with these scissors. So he grabs his wrist, he grabs his hand, he says, what are you up to, old man? And Pedot tells him, this is what you need. This is sincerely what you need. And he gives Fred the scissors. Fred leaves and he heads back to his hotel, gets inside the elevator, hits the buttons to go to his floor, the doors close, and as the doors close, the scarf that he has wrapped around his neck gets caught inside the closing gate, the closing doors. And as the elevator begins to rise, he is being choked and strangled. And he realizes that in his pocket he has the scissors that Pedot gave him. He uses those scissors to cut the scarf away and free himself from getting strangled to death. Later on that evening, the friendly old peddler Pedot makes his way home to his apartment. Who is there waiting for him, sitting in his apartment in his chair? But Fred Reynard. Fred has put it together that Pedot gets glimpses of the future. He is forcing Pedot to work with him, and the first thing that he wants to do is make money. Fred asks Pedot again to provide him what he needs within this moment, and Pedot gives Fred a leaky old fountain pen. And what this pen does, as Fred holds it over the newspaper, it drops ink blots over who is going to win the horse races. Fred takes this information, he places bets on the races, and he knows the outcome, and he wins a total of $240. Fred tracks down Pedot again, who is working at night, has a little stand set up, and Fred informs Pedot that he wants this to continue. And Pedot tells Fred, this is not how it works. I don't want to use it for money purposes. I'm not going to help you out. Fred asks Pedot again, give me what I need. What do I need at this moment right now? And Pedot reaches into his little traveling case and brings out a pair of new dress shoes. Shiny black dress shoes. Pedot packs up his belongings and starts to walk away. And Fred asks him, what's the deal here? These shoes are too small, they're too tight, they're uncomfortable, and they're slippery because it's wet out. And Pedot keeps walking. Fred is chasing after him because he wants to know why these shoes are something that he would need. This is where we learn from Pedot that the shoes aren't what Fred needs. The shoes is what Pedot needs himself. Because Pedot glimpsed from that moment in the bar, when he had that strange look on his face, that Fred was going to kill him. As Fred gets to the middle of the street, a car comes flying through, hits him, and keeps on going. It's a hit and run, with Fred being killed right on the spot. As the ambulance in the corner come to take care of the body, Pedot is on the opposite side of the street where a husband and wife couple come out of an apartment. And they're dressed in their night gear because this has taken place late at night. The man asks Pedot, what does he sell? What does he do? And Pedot tells him, I give you what you need. And he gives this man a comb. Just a regular old comb. And Pedot heads on his way. Rating What You Need on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the best score that it could get, I give the episode a 7. We have now come to the interactive part of this video. If you enjoyed the video and you think it's worthy of a thumbs up, please feel free to do so. And if you enjoyed the video and you want to see others like it, all you have to do is hit the YouTube logo, which is going to be down in the corner right there, and you'll get a notification anytime a new video is uploaded to the channel. As always, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about these things that I'm passionate about. I greatly appreciate it. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.